This design says, I love you, in the language of the Time Lords, and I'm here to explain how it does so. I'll be referencing this grid here, which shows how the consonants are made in different rows based on the different letter stems, and different columns based on the amount of dots or lines on them, and then vowels, these little guys over here, we'll get to them when we get to them, but let's go ahead and start with word order. You start at the bottom, and you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. And that's why our first word is at the bottom, then our next word continues counterclockwise, and then our last word is at the end over here. And that's also true for letters within the word. So this is kind of simple because it's just a one-letter word. It's just the word I, and an I is a little circle because it's a vowel, and an I has a line going inwards. And you can see that in the grid right over here where the vowels are. And this here is our letter I, and if we were to wrap up this word circle around in a circle, well, you'd end up with this here. So that's I. And then this word circle starting at the bottom, we have this floating full circle, and there are 1, 2, 3 filled in dots by it. So that's the L. And then an O is a circle that floats inside of our word. So here's our little O here, and it's smaller than like the L circle, because the consonants are bigger than the vowels. And then this here, this shallow divot here, like someone took a bite out of a cookie, means we're going to be looking in this third row of our grid, and we're in our last column because it has one line sticking off of it. So if you combine that row and that column, we get the letter V. And here it is on this unraveled version, and shallow divot with that one line sticking off of it right there is the V. And then last but not least, we have an E. It's a lot like the I, but with no lines on it, and that in our design is over here. So L-O-V-E. And then our last word, we have an example of a consonant and a vowel together. So when they're together like that, you read the consonant before the vowel, and here we have a circle crossing the line of our word circle. That's right here. And there are 1, 2 dots by it for the Y, and the O is attached to it internally. So it's like a bead on a string attached to that consonant, and that there it is there. And then the U has a line going outwards, away from the middle of our word circle. So that is the design, I love you. And I actually have done 2 different colors of this design. I have this red one. I also have this lovely purplish one, kind of like space colors. So yeah, that's that design. I hope you like it. Bye.